Alright guys, how are y'all doing today? A little bit of hobby talk. Just want to talk about some things going on. Passing $1 place right now. You'll probably see the Buccaneer thing come across right here. There it is. But this week so far, Target hasn't dropped anything online. I'm not really sure about Walmart. It's been real quiet on a retail side. Drops at Walmarts this week have been very low. Top Series 2 baseball. Some people have some remnants of Prism basketball blasters going on. The newer Pokemon has a little bit out there. You're still seeing Shining Fates, Pokemon-wise. What else sports-wise do we see? Oh, Contenders football blasters. Those don't guarantee a hit. I know in the past, sometimes they guarantee an auto or a mem card, very much like basketball just recently did. But the Walmart ones, for the most part, it's just like you have an opportunity to green shimmer and then other stuff like that. So it's no big deal. Basketball playoffs going on. Everybody's kind of waiting for the boom of a few players, especially like Booker and stuff like that. Trae Young just had, 48 points the other night. A lot of that stuff's still not moving, but what's interesting is even in baseball, look how good Vlad Guerrero is doing right now. His stuff's not really moving. Now, Wander Franco just came up and was electric his first game. Second game, scored a run, and no hits. But watching him, you get a really good feel on his eye for the game and just presence that he brings. And I do think he'll have a very good future, if not a great future moving forward. He might be a Juan Soto 2.0 type thing, or he may end up being the guy that you say everybody's like him. You don't know that right now, but he's been the number one prospect in baseball for a while. He came up, instant impact. He just looks like he fits right into the piece, and you really like to see that. Let's see if he goes into any type of a slump. This is the guy that everybody says has some of the best hand-eye coordination in the game. He doesn't strike out very much. He'll take walks, and it's, bat to ball connection and try and get on base. So maybe one year you might see 35 home runs out of him, but I see him as like a perennial 285 to 310 player, possibly on the high end, with 30 to 35 home runs a year type of a situation. That's what I see out of him. I hope so. I'm a Rays fan, so I really want to see that. Hockey playoffs are going on. Hockey doesn't move a whole lot. Braden Point is on a 9-game scoring streak. He's 1 game away from tying the record. Right now the Lightning are going to a Game 7 here at home on Friday, which is tomorrow, and hopefully we can win that and move on to the Stanley Cup Finals again this year. And defend our championship, which is always great to do in any sport. And but if Braden Point can get a goal in this next game and tie that, that's a huge deal. Right now he's all by himself at second. There's a bunch of guys that have 7. Even like Mario Lemieux, who's done it twice, I think, with 7. It's very interesting. Hobby-wise, just everybody's kind of waiting for new, different product to come out, I guess. I'm not really sure. We have Top Series 2 baseball out. You have Select Baseball just came out. Great looking product, and they've done really well with getting away with not having the licensing. But at the end of the day, not having the licensing is never going to overvalue a card of the same type or count or style as one that has the logos. It just won't. Nobody wants that. It's like having an unpainted car. You'd rather have it painted, obviously. But I don't really know. That's my feelings on it. We have the National coming up. As of right now, I'm not going. Cost-wise, I don't see it financially viable for me to do it. I know Flipping Steve is doing a giveaway. I don't know if I want to really try to enter that. I could afford to go. It would put me out a little bit of my comfort zone with money that I could spend elsewhere personally to do other things. So I don't know. That's me though. Because if I go, I want to go for the experience, to meet everybody that I see online, hang out with them. it'd be great to buy a few cards, obviously, while I'm there. Have like that national card. Hey, I bought this at the national, biggest national ever. Maybe get to go to some parties. I'm not, again, a big, trade guy either. Most of my cards are not graded, and it just seems like everybody just operates in a graded card market, unless you have a raw superstar type card or a very valuable card. If it's not graded, people just a lot of times I feel like they just tend to look the other direction. Like, it's not good enough. I don't know what it's really going to be worth. And that's very disappointing, because, grading is just a third-party view on a card. And we've already seen cards that grade a 10 that should not be a 10. And what was interesting also is on Jeff Wilson's most recent interview with Nate or Nat. Ziggy is going to get him with Nate now. From PSA, he says they've been buying cards back from people that, let's say it's a PSA 10 and the centering is horrible. They'll buy it back for whatever, I guess, a PSA 10's worth, just to get it out of the market for bad publicity reasons, I guess. And they have insurance for that, I guess. I don't know how that really works at the end of the day. And then they regrade it. I guess they sell it to recoup some of that money. That's an interesting point, but does any other grading company even do that? Do they say, we made a mistake, let's buy this back, unless it's like an immediate mistake? That's really interesting. I'd like to get a little more detail on it, because I was kind of like telling on themselves, which is interesting. I love the truth and the honesty from it, but at the same time, to me, a PSA 10 should be 50-50 centered all the way around. Like, you shouldn't be able to eclipse the highest point of your card grading unless the card truly, meets a perfect scale. And that's why BGS with their black label is the pinnacle. At the end of the day, it's what everybody would really want. If any card you could grade, and you could grade it at a black label 10, nobody's going to say no about that. You'd literally be at the pinnacle of, the card for that market. And I just think that should be the standard for every company, is if you're getting in the 10 or whatever the highest is, you're talking perfect corners, perfect edges, perfect surface, and perfect centering, front to back. And the 60-40 thing for a PSA 10, to me, I don't buy it. I know we buy cards that are PSA 10s, and then you look at your different PSA 10s, just like you would any other grade, and figure out which one looks the best. And that just shouldn't have to be the case. A PSA 10 should look the same as the next PSA 10. As well as a BGS 10 and things like that. But again, just doing a little drive times. Lightly raining here in Tampa. Just headed home a little late after work, and wanted to put a little bit of content out there. Hopefully everybody's doing well, having a good time. And let me know if you have anything fun going on or what your thoughts are on this. Alright guys, take care.